Yo, friends! Welcome back to the channel. NiceToReevU here, back at it again with another action figure review. Today we have Marvel's Wild Child from the Age of Apocalypse Sugarman Build-A-Figure wave, and I wanted to like this one. Let's review. Alright, you can already see the problem with this figure. I should have noticed. We do have the box window giving us a preview of the figure and to build a figure piece inside, as well as that Marvel Legends series logo on the top center, and that X-Men logo on the bottom center. We do have that orange-yellow band going across with Wild Child's name, that little Hasbro logo on the bottom right, as well as the Build-A-Figure that this wave features, the Sugar Man. And no warning, just an age indication. On the right side of the packaging, we have that sweet artwork of the Wild Child and Apocalypse respectively. Same thing goes for the left side of the packaging. Turning the package right around, we have that product shot of Marvel's Wild Child, as well as another product shot of the Build-A-Figure, the Sugar Man. Every other figure in this wave, and today we're doing number 4, Marvel's Wild Child. So let's take a closer look at that read-up, shall we? Here is the read-up. If you want to go ahead and pause it now, please do so. And with all of that out of the way, let's bust open this bad boy and review this piece. Boom! Here is the Wild Child right out of the packaging. And like I said before, I really wanted to like this one, but I just can't get around his left foot. I don't know why they decided to give him 2 right feet, but we'll get more on that later, so let's take a closer look at the articulation points. Alright, from head to toe we got 25 points of articulation, and it's good for the most part, and this is where I'm going to start complaining about this guy. Taking a look at his feet, he does have 2 right feet. Now what the hell is up with that, Hasbro? I don't understand how you mess up something like that. I know it's not very uncommon for something like that to happen, but taking a look at his head, we do have that ball hinge joint, the butterfly joints here, and the hinge joints in the shoulder, as well as the slits in both of the biceps, the double jointed elbows, and the hinge joints in the wrist. Taking a look at his body, we do have that A slit in the upper diaphragm, as well as a slit going right across the waist. We do have the dumbbell joints for the pelvic area, as well as the slits in both of the thighs, the double jointed knees, and to finish it off, the hinge joints in the ankles. With a closer look at the Wild Child's head, his head can look right about that far, as well as being able to look left this far. We do have a little bit of head pivoting here. Actually, a lot of head pivoting. Very good. The Wild Child can look up about that far, as well as being able to look down this low. We do have 6 points of articulation in each arm, as you can see. We do have the butterfly joints here, as well as the hinge joint right under the armpit and shoulder, the slit in the bicep area, as well as the double jointed elbows, and the hinge joint in the wrist. With that butterfly joint, we do get a bit of movement going back and forth here. Really liking it for the most part. We do have that hinge joint in his shoulder, allowing him to reach up about this high. And that slit in the bicep for that swivel movement. Full 360 spin. The double jointed elbows allowing him to bend very good. The hinge joint in the wrist allowing him to hinge up about that high and hinge down this low. And before I forget, he can do that 360 spin with his arms. He does have 2 points of articulation in his body. With that slit in the waist area, almost said wrist, he can do that 360 spin, very clean articulation. And that A slit allowing him to crunch forward about this much, and crunch back about this much, not too much. As I mentioned before, we do have those dumbbell joints in the pelvic area, the slits in both of the thighs, the double jointed knees, and the hinge joint in the wrist, giving it about 5 points of articulation in each leg. Marvel's Wild Child can kick forward really high, and it surprises me how high he can kick. He can also kick back quite a bit. We do have that slit, well, both of those slits in the thigh area, giving him that swivel action. Very smooth articulation. You do have to force this other leg here though a little bit. The double jointed knees giving us that excellent bend all the way back. And the hinge joints in the ankle, almost said wrist again, hinging down that low and hinging up this high. And let's not forget about that swivel action, swiveling left about that far and right equally. Marvel's Wild Child can do the splits only that far apart. Now he does come with an accessory that you can attach to him, and that's this big long chain. As you can see, someone can hold it on one end and attach it to Wild Child. Now for that size comparison, we do have Wild Child right next to Jean Grey, the first figure in this wave that I have reviewed. Next up we have X-Man, Nate Gray from the Age of Apocalypse Sugarman Build-A-Figure wave, the second video I did. And here is Wild Child right next to Sunfire, one of my favorite figures in this wave so far, and Wild Child hasn't even topped that. And another quick size comparison, here is Marvel's Wild Child right next to Sabretooth. Have them both, just thought I'd do a quick size comparison. Alright you guys, that about does it for this video and wraps up everything I have to say about the Wild Child. I wanted to like him more, but 2 right feet is unacceptable. I'm going to have to find another one of these guys. But if you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment if you will. You guys know the drill. I am out of here. Peace out.